China has been leading the world in electric vehicle (EV) development and adoption for several years. But how did it achieve this remarkable feat? One of the main reasons is the strong support from the government through various policies that have stimulated the growth of the EV market and production in the country. One of the earliest policies was to provide generous subsidies for EV purchases. Since buying an EV costs more than buying a conventional internal combustion engine (ICE) vehicle, in 2009 the government began to offer financial incentives to consumers who chose EVs over ICE vehicles. These subsidies ranged from 20,000 to 60,000 yuan, about 3,000 to 9,000 US dollars, depending on the type and range of the EV. The subsidies were also available for public transportation and commercial fleets, such as buses, taxis, and delivery vehicles. The subsidies helped to reduce the upfront cost of EVs and make them more affordable and attractive to buyers. As a result, the number of EVs sold in China increased rapidly, from less than 10,000 in 2009 to over 1.3 million in China became the world's largest EV market, accounting for more than 40% of global EV sales. And however, the subsidies also had some drawbacks. They were very costly for the government, amounting to more than 100 billion yuan, about 15 billion US dollars, but they also created some market distortions, such as low-quality products, fraud, and overcapacity. Some manufacturers focused on producing low-end EVs that could meet the minimum requirements for subsidies, rather than investing in innovation and quality improvement. Some consumers also took advantage of the subsidies by buying multiple EVs or reselling them for profit. To address these issues, the government decided to phase out the subsidies gradually and replace them with other policies that could encourage more sustainable and competitive development of the EV industry. One of these policies is the dual credit mandate, which was introduced in 2017 and implemented in the dual credit mandate is a regulation that requires car manufacturers to produce a certain percentage of EVs every year or buy credits from other manufacturers who exceed their quota. The percentage is based on a complex formula that takes into account factors such as range, energy efficiency, performance, and battery capacity of each EV model. The percentage also increases over time, from 10% in 2019 to 40% in the dual credit mandate aims to create a market-driven mechanism that can stimulate both supply and demand for EVs. On the supply side, it pushes manufacturers to increase their production and innovation of EVs or face financial penalties. On the demand side, it lowers the price of EVs by creating more competition and choice for consumers. The dual credit mandate has been effective in boosting the EV market and production in China. In 2020, despite the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic, China sold more than 1.3 million EVs, a 10% increase from. In contrast, global EV sales declined by 6% in China also produced more than 1.4 million EVs in 2020. A 19% increase from China's share of global EV production reached 44%. In another policy that has supported the development of EVs in China is infrastructure promotion. The government has invested heavily in building and expanding charging stations and battery swapping facilities across the country. These infrastructure projects aim to address one of the main barriers for EV adoption: range anxiety, or the fear of running out of battery power before reaching a destination or a charging point. According to official data, China had more than 1.7 million public charging points by the end of 2020, more than any other country in the world. China also had more than 500 battery swapping stations by 2020, which allowed drivers to replace their depleted batteries with fully charged ones within minutes. The infrastructure promotion policy has improved the convenience and accessibility of EVs for consumers. It has also created new business opportunities and models for service providers and operators. For example, some companies offer battery leasing or rental services that can lower the upfront cost of EVs and provide flexible charging options. A final policy that has contributed to China's success in EVs is research and development (R&D) investment. The government has allocated significant funds and resources to support scientific research and technological innovation in key areas related to EVs, such as battery materials, power electronics, motors, and software. The R&D investment policy has enhanced China's capabilities and competitiveness in EV technology. For instance, China has become a global leader in lithium-ion battery production, accounting for more than 70% of global output. In China has also made breakthroughs in developing new battery technologies, such as solid-state batteries and lithium-sulfur batteries, that could offer higher energy density, lower cost, and longer lifespan than current batteries. The R&D investment policy has also fostered collaboration and cooperation among different stakeholders in the EV ecosystem, such as universities, research institutes, enterprises, and local governments. For example, some provinces have established specialized industrial parks or clusters that bring together researchers, manufacturers, suppliers, and service providers to facilitate knowledge sharing and innovation. In summary, China's policies have played a crucial role in shaping its dominant position in the global EV industry. By providing financial incentives, market regulations, infrastructure support, and R&D funding, these policies have stimulated both supply and demand for EVs in China and fostered a vibrant and dynamic innovation environment.